Welcome back to another chapter of Mastering Swift Tutorials. This is Vedat from Programmership. In this chapter, we are gonna talk about set, which is another type of collection. Set is a generic collection type just like arrays, but there are some differences. While the array is an ordered collection and may contain the same duplicate items, set is an unordered collection type and each item of the set must be unique. That means there is no duplication in the items. Let's make some examples about sets. First, I'm gonna create an empty set. Let's say var mySet is equal to, let's put our keyword set and open your angle bracket and close it. And then finally put your parentheses. Now inside the angle brackets, we are going to be defining our set data type. Let's say string. This is an empty set. We can also give initial values. Let's say set, open your parentheses and close it. Now inside, open a square bracket and close it. And then inside the square brackets, we're gonna put some values. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Let's add another one, 4. Let's try to print my set and hit run. And all the items was listed. But please pay attention, set is an unordered collection, so the listed order was different than we defined at the beginning. We can also create immutable set with the let keyword. If we change the var and say let, then my set will be immutable. We can add an item into a set with the insert method. If the item already exists, then it will be ignored. Remember, set must contain unique items. There won't be duplicate items. Let's create a new set. Let's delete this. Let's say var week days is equal to, let's define some initial value, set, open your parentheses and close it. And again, open your square bracket and close it. And inside, let's add some dates. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and let's say Thursday. Let's try to print the weekdays. Hit print, and here all the weekdays was listed. Now I want to insert a new item, a new day. To do that, we're gonna use insert method. First, let's put our source, which is weekdays dot insert. In the insert method, we are going to define our new item. Let's say Friday. And let's try to print the weekdays again. Hit print, and here at the bottom we can see the Friday was added. So if I try to add an item that already exists in the weekdays, it will be ignored. Let's try to insert Monday again. Let's say Monday and try to print the weekdays if there is any change. Hit print. And there is no change. Insert method also returns a tuple that we can verify whether the inserting attempt was succeeded or not. I mean, if I try to get the insert method result into a variable, let's say result variable, it will return a tuple and we can check if the item was inserted or not. Let's say if result dot inserted is equal to true, open a curly bracket and close it, and let's say print item was added, or let's say inserted, else item was not inserted. And let's try to run, and the item was not inserted, which is the else statement was executed because the Monday is already exists in the weekdays. So instead of Monday, let's add another item, let's say Saturday, and try to run it. Here we can see the item was inserted, which is the if statement was executed because there is no Saturday item in the weekdays. We can also use count property to return a set item count. Let's try to print the count of weekdays. First put our source, which is weekdays, and then put a dot and say count. Hit print, and the count of weekdays is 6. Of course, with the Saturday item, if I write down print weekdays just before getting the count and hit print again, we can see all the items in the weekdays, and at the bottom it's count, which is 6. We can check whether an item already exists inside a set. Contains method is used for that. It returns back a boolean value. If an item exists, then it returns back true, otherwise returns false. So let's delete until here, and let's say var is exists is equal to weekdays dot, let's say contains, and here we try to check whether Tuesday exists or not, and if exists is true, then print it exists. Else, if it's not exists, let's print it is not exists. And let's give it a run. It says it exists because Tuesday is one of the items of weekdays. Let's try to check the Friday and hit run again. It says it is not exist. We can iterate over a set with the for in statement. We didn't see for in statement yet. It is a topic for future chapters, but let's take a small look at for in to use it with sets. For in statement allows you to iterate from the first item of a set through the last item. It creates a loop so we can access each item. As I just said, we will also look at for in with some other statements in the future chapter. Well, let's try to print all items of the weekdays. Let's delete this and say for. Here we're gonna specify a variable, let's say item, and then let's say in, let's put our source, which is weekdays. And open your curly bracket and close it. We can think about item as a variable that will be used in each iteration. You can use different name, it's okay. Let's try to print the item and see the result. Hit run, and we can see all the items was defined in this item object and was printed. So how about removing an item from a set? We can use remove method for removing a specific item, or remove all method for removing all items from a set. So let's try to remove the Monday. Let's put our source and then put a dot, and here let's say remove. We are going to use the first line, and here inside let's define our target, which is Monday, and bottom let's print the weekdays if we really remove the Monday. Hit print, and we can see Monday was removed from the weekdays set. If I say weekdays dot remove all the items must be removed from the weekdays. Let's try to print, and here it's an empty set. Alright guys, from now on we are gonna talk about some operations that Apple provides to use on set. There are 4 set operations. Let's write it down. So these are union or form union, and the second one is subtracting or subtract. The third one is intersection or form intersection, and the last operation is symmetric difference or form symmetric difference. We are gonna see each operation in examples. First, let's create 2 sets with some initial values. Let's say var first set is equal to set, open the parentheses, and inside open our square brackets and close it. And let's define some number in string. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna create a second set. Second set is equal to set, and let's define some initial value. Let's say 3, 4, 5, and finally let's say 6. These values were defined purposely. We're gonna see the reason. Let's start with the union operation. Union is used to join 2 sets. This method will take the unique values from both sets and create a new set. Take a look at that. Let's say var third set is equal to first set dot, let's say union, and inside we're gonna put our second set. And let's try to print the third set and see the result. Hit print, and there we go. We can see first set and second set was merged and defined into third set. but pay attention, the 3 and 4 exist in the both first set and second set. But in the third set, there is only one 3 and one 4. Remember, there is no duplicate data in set. If you want to perform this union operation in place rather than creating a new set, we can use the form union method for that. I mean, instead of this, let's delete third set. And here, if I say first set dot form union and put our second set, so all the changes will assign into first set. Let's try to print the first set and hit run. And here, first set and second set items was merged and defined into first set. Now, let's take a look at subtracting operations. Subtracting method will create a set with the values from the first set that are not in the second set. Let's delete this and say var define a third set is equal to, let's say, first set dot subtracting, and inside this method let's put our second set, and at the bottom let's print the third set. Let's print these are the only values that do not exist in the second set. Again, if we want to perform subtracting operation in place rather than creating a new set, we can use subtract method. Let's delete this, and here instead of subtracting, let's say subtract and try to print the first set. The subtract change will be implemented into first set. Let's try to print, and we can see the same result. Well, it's time for the intersection operation. Intersection method will create a new set from the values that are common between the two sets. Let's look at that. Let's delete this and again create our third set is equal to first set dot intersection. Here inside, let's put our second set and print the third set. Hit print. Here the common values, which are 3 and 4 items, was implemented into third set. Again, you can use form intersection for performing intersection operation in place. Finally, let's take a look at symmetric difference. This method creates a new set with values that are in either set but not in both. Let's delete this. And here, say first set dot symmetric difference, and inside let's put our second set and print our third set and hit print. And as we can see, it merged first set and second set without the common values, which is 3 and 4. To perform this symmetric difference method in place, we can use form symmetric difference. These 4 operations add functionality that is not present with arrays. The lookup speed of set is faster than arrays. If the order of the collection is not important and each item must be unique, then it is a good alternative to use set. Alright, that's it for this chapter. See you in the next one. Goodbye.